Hey all, let's talk about chords. You've probably heard a guitarist say something like, I just want to learn a few chords, or that song is easy, it's only 3 chords. Well, if you haven't noticed, guitars typically have 6 strings, so we were able to play 6 different notes all at once. This makes guitars chordal instruments, and as you will see, playing chords is a huge part of learning the guitar. Okay, so what exactly is a chord? A chord is when 3 or more different notes are played at the same time. Like this G chord, for instance. Let's all play this chord together using the following diagram. A PDF with this explanation of chord diagrams, as well as all the exercises and chords from this lesson, can be found in the description below. Now back to G. Notice how I strummed only from the 4th string down when I played this chord. That gave me the notes D, G, B, and G. Notice how there are 3 unique notes in this chord, G, B, and D, with the G being played twice. Chords can have more than 3 distinct notes, but chords with exactly 3 distinct notes we call triads. That chord we just played is a triad called G major, or just G for short. We get the name of this chord from its root note, which is the note G. The root is the note from which we derive a chord's name. Let me say that again in a different way. The root note is the note that determines the letter name of a chord. For instance, the chords G, G minor, G add 9, G diminished, and G7 sharp 9 all share the same root note of G. My favorite way to think about chords is to liken them to a recipe or a formula. Just like when we make cookies, we need some basic ingredients like flour, eggs, milk, butter, maybe some chocolate chips. It doesn't matter what order I put those ingredients into the mixing bowl, as long as I add each of them in there, mix them all up, and then bake them, I'll end up with cookies. Think of a chord as a recipe containing 3 ingredients, or in this case, notes. And as with cookies, it doesn't matter what order I put those notes in. Any combination of the notes G, B, and D gives me a G major chord. Got it? Great. Later on in this unit, I have a video that goes into detail about chord theory and formulas and all that stuff. For now, let's not get bogged down. Let's just double check that we understand what I mean when I say these 3 words. Chord. When 3 or more distinct notes are played simultaneously. Triad. When exactly 3 distinct notes are played simultaneously. Root. The note that a chord is named after. Oftentimes, but not always, the root is the lowest note in the chord. All right, great. So let's keep playing some chords. Let's check out a C major chord, or just C for short. Here it is. I played the bottom 3 strings, giving me the notes G, C, and E, with C being the root. All right, let's do a minor chord. Let's play E minor. And when we play minor chords, we do have to say minor after the chord. Sorry about that. Here it is. Now this chord, I played 4 strings, giving me the notes E, G, B, and E. Thus we can say the chord is spelled E, G, and B. A chord spelling refers to the individual notes that make up the chord. Now here's a quick exercise to practice these 3 chord shapes. In this exercise, we will take each of those 3 chords and play them for 4 downstrums each, for 4 beats. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna rest 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go to the next chord. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now C. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, back to G. Okay, and so on. Very important to count. Okay, I can't stress this enough at the beginning. Start counting now. Okay, you will thank me later. Once you get that, then you want to start to decrease the number of beats in which you're resting, right? So you want to then go to 3 beats of rest, 2 beats of rest, 1 beat of rest, till eventually you can play the 3 chords consecutively without pausing in between. That'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay? Try this until you feel like you're making a clean sound on each chord without any buzzing or muting of the strings. One thing to note is that it's important to keep the tip of your finger on the string and to keep your finger as close to the fret as possible without touching it. In the next lesson in the series, we will expand on these chords we just learned by going over the full open position fingerings of the chords C, A, G, E, and D. You may have noticed, spell the word caged. That's why we call them caged chords. I know, so clever, right? Anyways, if you like the content here and want to support me and the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and liking the video. You're always welcome to leave a question or make a request in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Spread peace and love, y'all. Later.